Hello everybody, welcome back to the Final Fantasy VI walkthrough. I am joined by Stigma.
Or as the French would call me,
Le Woodtick.
Stigma? I don't know French.
I don't know either.
Nobody speaks that shit.
I dropped a lay though, like a lay Stigma.
Yeah, that was classy.
I don't...
It made me, like, you were so
I'm super cultured.
convincing
I'm super cultured.
that I thought you were a cheese-eating, cigarette-smoking surrender monkey.
Yep. Let me go grab my white flag. Alright, we are gonna grab, what do we got here? Edgar, Locke, and Gao. That is my team of choice. Reason being, you're gonna need Locke to steal, as usual. Gao is the brawn, and Edgar is there for the looks, because he's a pretty boy.
And he can probably heal.
Yeah, I don't know if I really do much of that. He actually, he does a little bit of work when it comes to the, what is it? What's the actual boss called?
Atma weapon.
Nope.
Oh, no, the actual,
Yeah,
was
it's
it
got
Narita?
Nope, still before that. After Ultros and Chupon. What is that thing called? It's got the laser bay, the missile bay, I think, and then the main part.
Oh, that weird thing that looks like a shark.
Yeah, exactly. And it launches out the specs. All right. Okay, so Edgar and Locke are down. This, apparently, and again, now, our walkthrough completely, is different from here on out, and it's no longer the low-level, challenge, but apparently this is the hardest part of the entire low-level challenge, because this series of fights is so difficult.
You want them dead, though.
Yeah, I do.
Except for Locke, probably, for when you have to fight a Dagron.
Yeah, well, yeah. That,
Once you get to the
Yep. And I mean, so again, so Gao, actually, wow, Gao's only 37. I thought he was higher. I thought I got him up to 40-something. But anyway.
That's what you said in the last video, and I was about to call you a liar.
You should have. You would have been completely correct.
And a puke.
You had your chance. All right, so 37. I don't think you need to go much higher. Oh, so yeah, in the last video I mentioned that we were going to talk a little bit about different builds and stuff. So again, and I did mention this in the last video, Gao is a full magic build for me. And I believe if you start leveling him from level 7, if you take him to 52 with Zone Seek, that will take him to 128 magic power. So if that's something that you want to do, go ahead.
So then you got 50 levels to play with them.
Yep.
Whatever you want. Speed, strength.
Yep, do whatever you want. I'll say so. Gao is one of actually many characters, probably actually I'd say about half, that don't need any MP boosts with Crusader to get 999 magic power. Locke, Shadow, Sabin, maybe Edgar. I think Edgar. And I feel like I'm probably missing somebody else. Those characters need one level under Crusader. It's something like before level 26 to get 999 MP. If that's something that you want to do, if you want 999 MP for those specific characters, go out and look, do your research on your leveling gains. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
Not gonna do it?
Yeah, I actually decided this time. So the previous playthrough of this, I actually did that, and I made sure everybody had 999 MP and 9,999 health. But this time I didn't do it.
Which I'm thankful to you for personally.
Yep.
Because who gives a shit about HP?
It's true. So that little bit. So everybody gets at least 9,700 and some odd HP naturally without any Esper boosts. So if you really need that extra 200 or whatever, for OCD type purposes, I get that. And if that's the case, I believe you have to equip the Esper at 58. You have to level from 58, you have to level to 59. and then 59 to 60, and then 60 to 61. But again, do your research. Don't quote me, because I didn't do that this time, and I'm a little rusty.
Certain levels you get more.
Yes. And those are the
HP.
ideal, those are the ideal ranges. And everybody, other than Umaro and Gogo, because they can't equip Espers in the first place. There's nothing you can do with them anyway, so don't worry about it. Unless you're playing on like the Game Boy Advance, which there's bugs to get them equipped with Espers. But yeah, so every character, there is no character in the game that will get 9,999 health naturally. Every single character has to equip Bahamut from levels, starting at level 58, and then level 3 times with it, and that's to get perfect health with everybody. So anyways, God, done. The done discussion is over. Again, if you want to do that, go ahead, look up, do your research. But we are not doing that. And the reason being is because then we can use those levels that we would have used, with Bahamut or Crusader. And we're just going to get more stats, magic power and vigor or speed. And I switched it up with a couple of different people. What did I do? Locke, I did full vigor first, up until 110 or something like that, because
His weapons affect him.
Yep, exactly. Unlike magic power, whereas and I know we've mentioned this in a couple of the other videos, but magic power with gear you can go over 128 and still get bonuses, but with vigor, anything over 128 doesn't do you any good. So like I said, so with Locke, I actually this time, for the first time, due to Stigma's guidance, I tried
And
speed.
bitching.
Yeah, I tried speed and I loved it. I actually really did. It was awesome. I fully recommend, at least with Locke, go vigor until whatever 110 or so, and then go speed. Give it a shot. Give it a try. The reason why I loved it was because I use Locke for stealing all the time. And unfortunately with Locke, Locke and Gogo are the only two people that steal.
Unless you have Shadow and Gawi.
Yeah, with thief knives. And the chances though of you successfully stealing with thief knives.
But the two straight up thieves.
Yep, that can actually use the steal command, and on top of that, and maybe most important, is the sneak ring, because that increases your chances of stealing by something like 25% or something like that. But the reason why I really liked it on Locke was, again, because then his turn was just whizzing by. So he was getting tons and tons of turns as opposed to, some of the other characters. Sometimes it's nice just to make the rest of your characters run away, and for some battles that's not an option, but
Does speed affect your ability to run away?
no, the reason, or what I was saying was the cool thing about, or the reason why I would have characters run away is because otherwise you have to either, make them attack or use a command, or you have to skip them, manually with the triangle, and sometimes it's just annoying. So it's easier to just make everybody else run, run away, and then, or kill them off. You can kill them off too, that works just as well. I don't know how much more. This is actually probably the last time I'm going to mention anything about a low-level walkthrough, but there's two different formations of these Sky Armor and Spitfires. The one formation is I think it's a single Spitfire on the left side of the screen, and then a single Sky Armor or whatever the other one is on the right side.
What were they? Spitfire's orange?
Yep, Spitfires are like the orange, Sky Armor's like the lightish bluish color or whatever. And so, again, so you've got those two different formations. Well, in your low level, whatever, least amount of experience possible type of gameplay, the shitty part about doing that is it's something like 2 of those fights. So I think there's a total of, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 5. It might be more of these fights. I haven't actually been keeping track. But, if you want to, get as few levels as possible, you need to get into 2 fights with those, and the chances of that happening is really low. So that's another thing that adds to this whole, Imperial Air Force low-level game strategy that sucks. It's like this is the hardest part of the game apparently. So.
I noticed a little skip there, so you must have
Yes.
had to have done this fight a couple
Yep,
times.
I did. Okay, so what here? And I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. The first time I did this, I didn't realize that for the next fight. Now this is Ultros, and now Ultros is gonna bring out Chupan here, and then Chupan sneezes off the edge. In this the next part of this whole sequence is the actual, now it gets, I wish I could remember the name of the damn thing, but anyways, it's the laser bay, the missile bay, and blah, blah, blah. One of those pieces has an X-Ether, and there are only 4 X-Ethers in the entire game. They are not stealable from anybody. You cannot morph anything into them. There are 4 in the game. And the first time I did this, I did not steal it. And I was kicking myself in the ass. I was pissed off about it. And that was one of the reasons why I redid everything.
Damn it! Fine,
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think it's I want to say it's an X-Ether on the. Well, I may as well just wait because now it's gonna happen. Ultros. I don't remember what he had as a steal. Did he have anything? I don't remember. But Chupan's got a Dirk. Those are a dime a dozen.
Did Edgar just fall there? Oh,
There
you
it is.
jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Air
there it
Force.
is. X-Ether. That was one of the like I said. It's one of the reasons why I even redid all this. Okay, so you got the Air Force, the laser gun, and the missile. Again, now I don't remember which piece is which here, but now the very, very, what is that? What would that be? If you're, I don't know how to describe it. The top one, it looks like. That's got the X-Ether. The one on the bottom has like I think it's the debilitator. And so this is the second place in the game that you can possibly steal it. The first one was way back at the cranes, and it was such a pain in the ass. I don't recommend stealing that one, and I didn't, way back when we did it. Reason being is that fight is just very, very hard, and it's annoying.
So if you kill the bottom one, let's say you steal a debilitator.
Yep.
From the bottom one,
Yep.
and you kill it,
Yep.
and then one pops up, can you steal another one?
No, they don't. These ones don't refresh. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of, say, number 128 on the minecart ride, and then there's another enemy that's just like him later on in the game in Kefka's tower. But no, once you've stolen the item once, you cannot get another one, even when it regenerates.
Gotcha.
Because I tried it. So here, the specs. That's actually why Edgar is so useful here, because he drills the crap out of them.
Yeah, you hammered that thing pretty hardcore.
Yeah, he's actually the only one that can do decent damage to it, because I did not want to Rage Gao. You can, if you really want. It's really risky, and yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't recommend that. I don't like the, you can't control it anymore. And once this thing counts down to 0, you're going to see it is going to annihilate Edgar and Locke. And I wanted to get everything stolen before I killed this, obviously, because I didn't want to have to do it again. And the debilitator, that's one of those. So I've said this a lot. There's a few things that I kind of generally gloss over or don't utilize real well. The debilitator is one of them. That tool is freaking awesome.
You were saying that it was kind of underrated.
It is. I really think it is. Like, some people may argue that it's a waste of a turn because, when you go into a fight, if you know anything about the game or you've played the game a few times, a lot of times you're going to know what things are weak against. But, and then using the debilitator then would be a quote unquote waste of a turn from Edgar. Okay, so I get that. That's a legitimate point. But the cool thing is, The Debilitator just makes enemies weak against, different things. So, if you've got a boss that's, we'll say, weak against, absorbs fire. If I remember now, I actually, I didn't try this. I should have tried like the Debilitator on like the Fire Dragon or something like that, and see if I could make him weak to fire, or if he'll still absorb it. I never tried that.
A good idea might be, when you're leveling Edgar hardcore, is to throw a shit ton of speed at him right off the bat. So he pops the Debilitator
Over
right away.
Well, you can do it over and over and over, actually, because
Yeah.
that's the other cool thing. When you use the Debilitator, one of the things that I noticed was that it never, okay, I didn't do it like 10 plus times in a single fight, but the one thing I noticed was that anytime I used it, it always made the enemy weak to something else. So it never made him weak to the same thing twice, if that makes sense. So it didn't like make him weak to fire one turn and then the following turn make him weak to fire again,
Gotcha.
So it would pick something else. So, again, something to play around with, something to think about, I guess, if you want. I believe I use it on the Atma weapon, and that'll be a couple videos up. Yeah, probably a couple videos up. We're getting close to the end here. There it is, finally.
Stole it.
Finally. And I forgot what the body itself had. Did it have anything good?
Probably nothing.
Let's see, am I stealing right now? Let's see here. Yep, there it is. Elixir. No. Those are a dime a dozen. You can get those other places, so that's not that important. X-Ether, though, number one. Oh, and then I use the Debilitator. Nice.
Because why not at that
Yeah,
point?
because why not? Now weak against poison. Okay, well, I have Bio. Yep, there you go. Awesome. This is how we finish him off, I think.
I wonder if that would work on Funbaba.
The Debilitator?
Yeah, because, the only thing he's weak against,
poison?
in theory.
Yeah, it should. It very well should. Oh, wow, this is gonna... I think this nukes everybody. Or did it already nuke? No, it already nuked everybody once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now weak against fire. There you go. Fire 2 now. Do it. Do it. All right, we got to cut this. Like, comment, subscribe. Whatever you want to do. Hope the guide was helpful. Hope you like me doing 9,999 AM with Fire 2.
Like a total boss.
Like a boss to finish him off. All right. Thanks for watching.
Later, crackers.